T Squad, this week's episode of Power Book to Ghost was a great episode. It really, truly was. But before we get into my review, I want to let you guys know that after Monday's post, I will be taking a few days off. I'll be back Sunday with my regular schedule programming. Okay, I might pop in if any breaking news or anything happens that needs to be discussed, but I got some business I got to take care of. But I will be back next Sunday, back to posting daily. All right, so let's get into this week's season 4 episode 3 review of Ghost. So the beginning of the episode, we see Tariq and Brayden selling their cars for cash because they ain't got no money, child, and they need some dough real quick, especially since they've decided to get back into the game. Brayden tells Tariq at this point, look, dude, no more secrets. I done gave up my family and everything for you, for this life. You can't keep on making rogue decisions and not including me in nothing. He was like, I got you or whatever. But we all know Tariq is going to continue to do Tariq because he don't trust nobody to be smarter than him. Monet still don't know who shot her and want to find out immediately what's going on. All right. Kane catches the feels, honey, when Effie tells him that she missed her meeting with the robotics thing or whatever in order to help him out. So he was like, she really do with me, like she really ride with me, and that made him be like, okay, I'm finally making some leeway with her. Dru, however, wants to get Noma to make him her number 2, but you know that Kane is vying for that spot as well. And what did I tell y'all? I told y'all weeks ago in my predictions video that Kane is going to end up working for Noma and that he will be a part of the London show. That is my prediction. I still stand by it. And the way the storyline is going, that is what it's looking like going to happen. Because we all know that there's a London Power spinoff that is coming. And I bet you Kane is going over there to that show. And I said this weeks ago. Okay, I can pull up the receipts. This was before the season even aired. Okay, I'm back in my bag. I told y'all. So Diana tells Drew that she won't out the business, and she gonna tell Noma that too when it's the right time. And no, Drew was looking at her like, are you crazy? You want to die? But he does not know the reason why she really want out is because she is pregnant. She's about to be, Brenda's got a baby. Brenda's got a baby. I hear Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda barely knows her name. I'm ashamed that girl can hardly spell her name. That's not our problem. That's up to Brenda's family. Well, let me show you how it affects our whole community. That's Diana. Diana's got a baby. Ooh. Y'all know that was Jodeci singing on that song. But anywho, Tariq tells Davis that he needs a new connect. And Davis was like, all right, I know somebody, but you're going to have to give me 20% because he's strapped for cash too because he has gotten basically disbarred for the moment. Monet goes off about Noma not letting her get back to work because she used to being top dog and not taking orders from nobody. And as she's going off about this, Noma texts Dru and Kane that Obi is missing and somebody need to find him. So of course they both clamoring like lapdogs trying to get to Obi first to prove theyself. And she just looking at these like another running my stable. I'm the stallion over here. So she is not having this at all. Detective Carter tells Obi in the interrogation room that he bet Tariq got the green cards from Tate. Obi's like, I'm unfamiliar with Tariq. I don't even know who a Tariq is. Like, what are you talking about? So then he sits a folder down and slides it across the table and was like, well, explain these pictures of you and Tariq then. And Obi folded. And I was like, Obi, you're supposed to be smarter than this. He was like, can I make a phone call? And he was like, sure, go right ahead. Picks up the folder, walks out, and throws it in the trash because nothing was in there, just some blank pieces of paper. And Obi didn't even take the time out to open it and see if anything was in there. Like, come on, Obi. Like, that is 101. Even I know that. Oh, my God. Like, no. I felt like that was a little bit too easy of a tale. You know what I'm saying? For them to write his character to be that, easy. easily manipulated and played, but okay. Anywho, Davis introduced Tariq and Braden to a connect by the name of Zion, who I couldn't tell, but I needed to, my eyes is bad now. But he looked fine as I was like, who is this actor? Hello, how you doing? But he is a beast, honey. He runs a underground fight club, and he was just giving sexual chocolate, all right? But he ain't Tariq. Only reason why he took the meeting is because he's Ghost's son, but he was like, you ain't your daddy. Like, because if you was, you wouldn't have came in here on the type of time that you're on. So he basically tell them to get about his face. He got other to do. Davis was like, look, you need to do whatever it takes to convince him to give you that product. So Tariq and Braden bagging up the little money or whatever that they had. And before he goes, he sees some of Zion's baggies on the table. He take a few of them because Tariq is always thinking. Obi calls home, and I ain't talking about Noma's crib, his crib where his brother is, and learns that Dru is there. He was like, what the doing there? Put him on the phone. Dru get on the phone playing it off like, hey, how you doing, girl? And he was like, yo, come get me. I'm locked up. So he was like, all right. But before he goes out, Tariq was like, to Obi's brother, thanks or whatever for all your help. And Obi's brother slips up and was like, nah, thank you and your company for the green cards. And he was like, what green cards? And the brother was like, damn it, thing. So now Dru got T on Obi to use against him to get him on up out that number 2 spot. So he's winning now in the race to becoming her second-hand man against his brother. So at the crib, Monet asked Diana about the Kate situation. She was like, you know anything about that? She was like, no, I don't know nothing. But she has a tail. A tail in poker is when you make a face or a breathe or whatever. It gives you away that you got either a good hand, bad hand, or whatever. And her tail is she does like this when she's lying. And so Monet has a flashback to when Dru and Diana were little kids, and she would lie and do the same thing. So she looking like, this looks to me. But she let it slide. Like, she didn't even let her know that, I just peeped that you lied to me. She let her go. She let her slide. So Obi then, once he's released, convinces Dru not to tell Noma about Carter. And he was like, Carter don't know nothing about Noma. He think I'm the one running. And Noma don't know about Carter. So let's just keep this between me and you. So Dru was like, all right, I got you, boo. No problem. Lying. Braden gets a frantic text from his sister Becca and goes to check on her, and she is running around the room like a speed demon because she high off coke, and she is upset because she's getting kicked out of her dorm room because of everything that's happening with her family. And once again, Braden just feels bad because all of this, not all of it, but majority of this has to do with him and it being his fault. Back at Noma's crib, it's Obi, it's Noma, it's Kane, and it's Dru, and it's some other henchmen. And Obi tells Noma that he was taken in by ISIS. And she's sipping her drink with her back turned, like, really? Okay. And she was like, Dru, is he telling the truth? And he was like, yeah, he's telling the truth. But I also want to mention that, before I picked him up, I met with his brother and found out that Obi got them green cards from Tate. And he said, what the you doing? I was like, Obi, how did you think that he was really going to keep that secret for you? Like, girl. So Noma turned around and was like, oh, is that correct? So you've been keeping secrets. That's what we doing now? We ain't being loyal no more. So let me guess, Tariq got you them goddamn green cards. And so that's why he was able to escape, because your was helping him. Oh, okay. She figures out he betrays her, and she walk up on him with some type of something, child, and sticks it up to his neck. And next thing you know, she stuck it up his neck, child, and killed that. And I was like, ooh, goodbye, Obi. Knew that coming. Told y'all, Obi was on the floor, dead and gone. But what I tell y'all too, I told y'all that I predicted that Obi, of course, is going to get murked by Noma, And I said to y'all that his family that he got green cards for, I bet you they are part of the life, and they gonna get revenge on Noma. They gonna tag team with Tariq to go up against Noma and the Tejadas. Watch what I'm telling you. Watch what I'm telling you. So she off him right then and there. Bad style. In her living room. Told him to get up and to get that off her alpaca rug. You don't block that. You don't, what he said, you don't pat that, block that Bro, American Gangster. Kane and Dru looking like, oh, this don't play. Oh, what y'all bringing to Obi funeral? You know, he's British and maybe what? Haitian, Jamaican or something like that. So I'm gonna bring you some beef patties and some beans on toast and some blood sausage, child. So Tariq asks Effie after their class, is she doing new marketing? Because he's seeing these baggies on camera. She was like, Tariq, don't play with me like that ain't. He was like, I thought it was yours. So he give her one of the baggies or whatever. And so she now thinks that she got competition on campus, and she trying to figure out like who the is selling on my territory. Kane asks Noma why she's blocking Monet from coming back to work. And she was looking at him like, you always want to just running behind your mama. Don't you want to be your own man? And she kind of get up in his face, and he kind of looking at her like, what's good? I'll lay some of this grown man on you. So they all up in each other's face and about to kiss, but Effie comes in the crib and sees it. And so they back away from each other. And so Effie shows Noma these baggies and was like, I don't know who this, but they selling on our territory. So now Noma like, oh, we got competition. I got to find out who the fuck this is. And she tells Kane to get rid of Roman, because he was like, oh, I know who them baggies belong to. They belong to this cat named Roman. And Roman obviously is a worker for Zion. He was like, I'll go handle that. In the midst of all that, her daughter comes storming in the house or whatever, and Kane and Effie kind of looking like, oh, so this the daughter? Oh, and she get to talk to her any kind of way? She buckles at her daughter's feet. So now they know this is another person that knows like that they can use her daughter against her. You know what I'm saying? That's a weakness for her. Kane learns when Roman's next re-up is, finds out about it and blows up the van. All their product gone. So Carter is informed that a drug war is a brewing now that this van full of product has blown up. Now, Tate brother, played by Lorenz Tate, real life brother, wants in. He wants in on this case, but they don't respect him. They think he a little goofy meatball type nigga. Carter and Tate pull up on the Roman dude and he break out running. He run, but they end up catching him. And so Tariq tells Braden that they got a slot now with Zion. After that, Tariq tells Davis that he's short $50K. So he decides he gonna front him the money because he needs this play too. Because like I said, they both strapped for cash. And I love this relationship that Davis and Tariq got with each other now. He's almost like a little bit of a surrogate father figure to him. I love this relationship. So Davis warns him, however, that Carter is coming for him. Like, this dude know who you are, and he is a dog with a bone. Like, you gotta be on your P's and Q's when it comes to this. So Tariq was like, I know, I motherfucking know. But right now I got to deal with this. So Kane, back at Effie dorm room, asks her where she learned about this new product. And she was like, why? Does it matter? Now he was like, are you running a long game on me with Tariq? And she was like, no, but we all know that she still got feelings for Tariq. Like, she still love him. But she was like, why you sitting up here questioning me? I know you Noma. Like, and so Kane was like, well, I don't have robot take me out of New York. I'm thinking about my long game too. That line right there was so pivotal. And it goes back to me saying that he is going to go over to the London show with him saying, I don't have no robot to take me out of New York. I'm thinking about my long game too. He wants out of New York. He's going to go to London with Noma and start over and be his own man over there in London. Okay. This is his long game, to leave New York with Noma and to get away from his mama and his brother and sister. All right. He leave. They get into it. They mad at each other now. They both then called each other out on each other. You like Noma and I like and Tariq still, basically. Davis visits Noma at her crib and tells her that he'll watch her back for a fee. Really, what he's doing is going to be able to give Tariq inside information. Because does she know that Tariq and Davis have a relationship with each other? Back at Stansfield, Brayden, although he doesn't go there anymore, is at the student candy store watching Brushandria and them practicing. He was at the practice, at the rehearsal. And he stepped off to the side with little fake Erykah Badu, and she just got coke out. Just got coke out in public at the school doing a line. She was like, "You look real tense. You need some too." So he does a line. I really hate that they've done this with his character, because it's like, y'all trying to make him too much like Tommy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tommy does drugs. Tommy's, a hothead, doesn't think. Brayden is a hothead, doesn't think. You know what I'm saying? He just moves without being really analytical with things. And I don't like the comparisons, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I can low-key see his character doing coke, you know what I'm saying? But I wish that they would have already maybe had him doing coke or some shit like that. Because it's like, why would he just start doing coke? Like, what the f***? Now you getting high off your own supply. And that's going to be the thing that causes a rift between him and Tariq, with him getting high. And he going to start moving different. And Tariq ain't going to be able to f*** that. And that's going to cause a big problem between them. Now, my question is, will Brayden make it out in the end? I think the smart thing for them to do would be to kill off Brayden in the end, so it won't be so much like Tommy and Ghost. I think that he should end up having to suffer the consequences of his actions, but because I don't really see Brayden and Tariq working with each other for the long run like Tommy and Ghost did. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tariq is a one-man army, or Tariq works best with his mama. You know what I'm saying? With his mama or his real people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if I was the writers, I would kill Brayden off in the end, especially with some of the moves that he's making. Kane tells Noma that they make a perfect team. And she was like, "Oh, really?" And he was like, "Yeah, we do." So he turned her around and they get the and I was like, okay. All right, you done gave her that dick now, honey. So she really about to make you number two. So that's what's gonna make him, unless they have Noma being that type of where she like, I you and you thought you was gonna be my number two, but I'm really about to sun you and look you and put your brother as my number two and have you over here me, and you really gonna have to prove yourself, or they're gonna have her weak and end up making him her number two. I like the other version better. It would play more to her character if she does it that way, because I can't just see her being hypnotized and be like, "Yeah, you my ride or die, now you my number two." I don't think it should work like that. Back at Stansfield, Brayden and Tariq are watching Brushandria and them perform, and Brayden does come up with a good idea that they can move product through Brushandria and them doing shows around New York. And he was like, that is a good idea. Smart idea, Brayden. You're putting your mind to work, all right? So that's how they're going to start moving product around New York without hopefully getting caught. So the Sahadas have another dinner party scene from hell, right? While they're having dinner, Tariq over at the school gets hit up by Pinky, the little white boy, and tells him, "Hey, I got this ring cam footage that you need to check out from Kate's house." So he looked at it. He was like, "Oh, anybody else seen this?" And he was like, "I sent it to Monet." Back at Monet them crib, they having dinner. Her phone is face down. And Monet tells the kids that she's going back into business, but she going into business for herself and that she want them to come work with her. And Diana says, "Ma, I'll do it." Because, she feel bad. She feel bad about what happened. And Monet was looking at her like, "All right, I really with you. Like, you my daughter." Now, mind you, earlier in the episode, she had told Jay, her cousin, that Diana lied to me today, and I'm trying to figure out why she did it. She still couldn't figure out, like, why would she lie to her. Dru and Kane, however, was like, "No, I'm good. They want to continue to work for Noma." And she looking at them like, "You fake. I taught y'all the game and y'all gonna go work for the op. All right, I got you." So she was already mad. Monet ends up picking up her phone, and when she does, she sees the ring cam footage of Diana in one of her wigs at Kate's house. And she was like, what the did you do? And she was like, what you talking about, Ma? So she slid the phone over to Kane. Kane looked at it and was like, are you kidding me? Baby, Monet got up from that table and was about to beat the sleeves off of Diana, and they should have let her. So Jay blocks her as she trying to grab Diana, and Diana was like, Dru, let's go. So Dru run out the house with her, and Monet was like, Dru, you knew? Both of y'all, I should have never had none of y'all bastards. So Kane, realizing what the happened, he go running outside with his piece and was about to go shoot at the car, but it was too little too late. They was already getting away. Back in the crib, Monet at the table, she was like, ah! Baby, she had lost her marble. She could not believe that her kids had turned on her like that. But I was like, you expect? You taught them the game and you taught them too well, all right? So now on next week's episode, Dru and Diana are going to be running around New York City trying to save their life because they got Monet and Kane after them. Plus Tariq going to be after them as well for trying to set him up. And that's when she's going to reveal to him in that scene where he got the gun up to her, and Diana's going to say, please don't kill me, I'm pregnant. And she going to say that the baby is by him. You're welcome. Now, the real true conversation is the baby his, or is it going to be that fake Malcolm X? It's one of theirs. But we know that Tariq is going to end up taking her to the clinic, to the doctor, whatever. So that's coming. Good episode, really good episode. Things is chug-a-lugging. I think we got maybe a few more episodes in this split season. And then it'll be off until September, where we'll get the second half and the final half of Ghost. I'm still looking forward to the announcement that we're going to get a Power show back with Omari Hardwick. I really think that's happening. But overall, I'm going to give this week's episode of Ghost, I'm going to give it a B+. And that the reason why is because I feel like the writer should have let Monet at least been able to slap Diana. Slap Diana or punch her in the face or something. Something where she couldn't lose the baby, but she needed to get some licks in. She should have been able to get her hands on Diana. Yeah, most definitely. Because it's the second time you me over, little girl. So, yeah, that's the reason why it's getting a B+. But anywho, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode down below in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications. I will see you all next week. Bye.